Hi, my name is Luis Hess. I'm an immigration business attorney here in the Woodlands, Texas. I have a friend of mine, Renee, who's going to be talking to us a little bit about some of the products that can help some of the employees and employers who we normally represent. So, Renee, can you give us a quick overview of the type of products that, in addition to what we talked about earlier, that would apply to some of our clients?
Of course. So now, guys, we're going to talk about, my name is Renee Reyes again, from Bldg Agency. We're going to talk about a product that we're talking about here, which is life insurance, because I think a lot of people have the misconception when they hear life insurance, what exactly it stands for, what we do. So I want to cover a couple of options that we give our clients. We can offer 3 types of policies depending on the carrier. We represent over 32 big carriers in the company. We represent American National, Mutual of Omaha, John Hancock, Lincoln Financial, you name them, we represent them. And there's 3 types of policies. The first type of policy, Mr. Hess, is called a term. How does a term work? The good thing about the term is the cost is low. What's the bad thing about it? It expires. A term, guys, is just good for a certain period of time, right? So let's just say, for example, 30 years. If anything happens to you for 30 years, your family guarantee gets a death benefit and nothing happens to you. The contract expires, and when it expires, you lose the money and you lose the coverage.
Right.
But the beautiful thing about it is the cost is so low, right? The second type, Mr. Hess, is called an ROP. How does this one work? The same thing as a term. It's just exactly as a term, but in this case, instead of at the end of the term, if nothing happens to you, you get all your money back, right? What's the bad thing about it is that it does expire, but at least when it expires, in this case, you get all your money back. If anything happens to you in a certain period of time, guaranteed your family's protected. And if nothing happens to you, you get all your money back. So it's a win-win for a bunch of clients, and they don't even know they have that type of option.
Right.
And then the last one, Mr. Hess, this one is a beautiful one. It's called a permanent policy. This is the policy that we offer is called an Index Universal Life. And in this one, we recommend it, Mr. Hess. Most people don't know that. By the way, if you're an employer out there, you can offer some of these products to your employees, and they actually will give you that's actually a tax benefit for you as an employer to be able to offer this. And by the way, at no cost to you, we can get together with you as an employer and offer these products, bundle them up to your employees. And then this one is called a permanent. What's the beautiful thing about this policy is that there's 3 types of benefits in this policy. The first one is a death benefit. What does that mean? Being that it's called permanent, it's never going to expire. So the policy never expires, okay? The second type of benefit is called a living benefit. Mr. Hess, what is that? If the client gets diagnosed with chronic illness, terminal illness, critical illness, or critical injury, the client actually has access to their death benefit while they're still alive.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and that's powerful because 60% of Americans that file for bankruptcy every year is because of medical bills. So this policy protects them. And then the last one, this is where it gets interesting, is the fact that it offers you cash value. What does that mean? To put it in simple terms, if in the ROP after 20, 30 years you get your money back, and the permanent you get your money back plus interest, plus more. And by the way, people ask me, Renee, do I have access to my money? You have access to your money you're paying monthly, right? You get a compounding interest every year. You have access to your money within here to 2, 3, 5 years when you go and access it, penalty free and tax free.
Okay.
And the last beautiful thing about this policy, it also guarantees you income for the rest of your life. So it acts kind of like a pension.
Okay.
So it gives a beautiful, what's called benefit for a lot of these clients that are looking for a little bit more than just life insurance.
And this applies to anybody. Do you have to have a specific type of legal immigration status here in the United States?
Great question. No, you don't. Again, you don't have to have, as long as you have a tax ID, you have access to any of this. And by the way, the price does not change just because of that. It's the same benefits, same everything. As long as you have a tax ID, we're able to cover you as well, you and your family.
So this is a financial vehicle for both employees, employers, family members, in some way to protect their own extended family. Exactly.
Just in case something happens to them, they're protected. Especially people that are working here in visas that leave their families behind. They can leave them behind with something better as long as something happens to them in the family. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.